has honestly been long since I took the camera, but all is well. I just want to first appreciate you guys. We are at 14.6k subscribers. I honestly don't take it for granted. I just want to appreciate you guys. I just want to appreciate you guys. So guys, without further ado, let's start the video. And my name is Breather Stylist over there, as you can really see. And to the new subscribers, thank you so much. For someone who is just bumping into this channel now, welcome to this channel. Remember to subscribe on the red button down there below. Just hit that red button there. Anytime I post, you're gonna get a notification, because I'm sure you're gonna love my videos. I'm really sure about that. So guys, to my returning subscribers, my day one gang, I just want to appreciate you so much, guys, for sticking and staying with me on this channel. I honestly don't take it for granted. We are at 14.6k subscribers. Just the other day I started this channel, and you guys are really shown me so much support, which I honestly don't really take it for granted. So guys, without further ado, let's start the video. And let me say this, my apologies first. I know I've been lost, but I'm back with a good reason. But before then, for the one who just bumped into this channel, who doesn't know what is going on this channel, I post lifestyle videos every Sunday. That is lifestyle, home decor, everything just to do with my life is the videos that I'm posting here every Sunday. And then on Thursdays, I'm posting videos about my business. I do sell Mtumba bills and cream bills. Cream bills is something that is brand new. Mtumba bill is something that has been used. But guys, I don't sell pieces. I only sell in bills. That is clothes, shoes, handbags, like literally everything. Just everything that you want to know, I sell. All right, kids clothing, men clothing, ladies clothing, beddings, household stuff, curtains, everything. I just sell everything, but I'll not talk about that on this channel. If you want to know what I do, I just go to my Thursday vlogs and you're gonna see what I post. All right, so guys, I'm really sorry I was not around, but I was still around. This is what I mean. I'm supposed to post videos every Sunday for lifestyle, which I've not been posting lifestyle videos for 2 months now. I had a good reason for that. And for those that follow me already know, especially if you follow me on Instagram, you already know as to why I was not around, and also on YouTube, by the way. So yeah, but I was still I was around, because every Thursdays I was posting videos to do with my business. But for lifestyle is where I just taken the break, because I had not done videos that maybe I would be posting. All right, so I had not done videos. But for my business, I had already done videos. I actually have done videos for my business. So many videos. I've done so many videos for my business, which are already on YouTube but not yet released. So I just release them on every Thursday. All right. And there are videos that I had already released saying that I'll be doing business vlogs, that is on Tuesday and Thursday, that are already on YouTube. So if you see that, really don't get confused, because those are videos I done a while ago, right? A while ago. So I can't pull them down so that I do another video, which will really take me a lot of time. So just know my videos are for Thursdays and Sundays. Thursday lifestyle, Thursday business, Sunday lifestyle videos. All right. Yeah, I feel like I've been babbling a lot. Let me just go and straight into the video and tell you where was I and what has been happening to me, and that's it. So guys, this mother of nations just had a third baby. So I just had my third born the other day. And that is the reason as to why I was not posting, because I wanted to take my time. I wanted a break. I wanted a break from shooting content. I wanted a break to just, with a newborn, you have to really be there for the baby. I just wanted my me time with the baby, because I felt it would be so overwhelming for me to do content and also take care of the baby. I would really feel pressured. And for me, I really don't like to work on pressure. So I decided, let me just take a break. I'll post the videos. I'll start doing content for lifestyle once I feel like the pressure has crisis. when once the pressure creases, all right, creases, all right. If you know, you know. If you don't know, just see me on the DM. All right. So, guys, I just had my other baby the other day, and I'm a mother of nations, as you already know. All right. So that's why I went AMI. All right. That's why I went AMI, and now I'm fully back, which I just want to appreciate God first for a safe delivery. I want to appreciate God for a safe delivery. Having a baby in just like that, it's not something easy. It's a miracle. So I want to appreciate God first above everything, right? For giving me a baby, for trusting me with a baby, trusting that I can take care of 3 kids now. I just want to appreciate God for that. And yeah, guys, so I want to give you my delivery birth story so that you guys get to know what went down, what happened, and blah 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 blah. So guys, I have 3 babies now, and one thing about me is that when it's time to give birth, you see, for someone that has given birth, or someone maybe in the medical department can really tell this. So once you get pregnant, normally there's this scan, people go for scan, all right? And when you go for a scan, you can be told the day that you'll give birth, all right? Normally they give you a day of giving birth, but normally you're told this. You can give birth 2 weeks earlier or 2 weeks later. All right, so that's what happens for those who are in the you know, medical department. They can really understand, or for someone that has just had a baby, or even someone it's not even having a baby. This is just something anyone can just know, because nowadays knowledge is everywhere. So yeah, so for me, I've never had labor pains come on their own. Like, I've never had labor pains come on their own. The day I'm told I'm going to give birth, that day comes and nothing happens. And then I wait for 2 extra weeks, and still nothing happens. All right. So normally I take myself to the hospital. That's what happened with my first and second baby. So from 30, okay, some people say from 36, but I know from 38 weeks you can give birth, all right? From 38 weeks you can give birth. Some say 36, even earlier than that, you can give birth. That's really true. Oh, my dogs are barking, guys, so ignore that. So for me, normally I wait for the 38 weeks. I don't get the baby. Then normally I extend the weeks, because like I told you, scan is usually 2 weeks earlier or 2 weeks later. So that is on 42 weeks is when I go now to, get induced and have my babies. All right. So now I'll specifically talk about that one. I'll not talk about the first and second, because I already had babies, and by then I wasn't doing content. So let me talk about this one. So with this baby, I was just in bed. Or should I tell you a bit of history about the others? Okay, let me just give you a snippet. So for the other 2 babies, I've never had labor pains. They have never come on their own. I just go to the hospital to get induced, like I said. So normally we have types of inductions that people are given at the hospital, and it depends. For the doctors, they give you whatever they think can work for you, or whatever they think is good for you. Let me say that. So normally for me, when I go to the hospital, because we have different type of inductions. So normally for me, when I go to the hospital, I get induced by being put those drugs that they put in the cervix. So to trigger the cervix to start, I don't know if it's getting thin or thick. Thin, I think thin or thick. It makes the cervix thin or thick, and it triggers to, for you to start having like labor pains. It triggers it to start having like labor pains or something like that. Anyway, so those drugs normally work for they're normally a maximum, I don't know, I can't remember. They're normally a maximum of 4 or 6. I think 4 or 6, I'm not sure. No, a maximum of 4. They're supposed to use them a maximum of 4. So when you put that drug on your cervix, normally it's supposed to work within 6 hours. If 6 hours it doesn't work, they put another one and then when that one is put, they wait for 6 hours. If it doesn't work, they also put the other one, like that. It's just the same way till a maximum of 4. All right, yeah, something like that. I can't remember. But if it's not 6, it's the other way around. Maybe I cannot remember because I'm not a doctor. But if they don't put the I sorry, let me say this. The drugs they're supposed to use 4, and if not 4, it's 6. And if it's 6, it's supposed to work within a maximum of 4 hours. If it doesn't work within a maximum of 4 hours, they put another one till they go to 6. Or if it's not so, it's the drugs, they put 4 drugs, but it's supposed to work within a maximum of 4 hours. I don't know if you guys were able to understand, but if you didn't get it, just I can't remember about the hours and the drugs anyway. So normally it helps you to trigger the induction pain, and it brings the baby closer. It tends to bring the baby, like, I don't know how to say it. Did you guys really understand what I was talking about? But anyway, let me leave that story there. So that's what happened with my 2 babies, and I was able to get labor, and my babies come out. And then one thing I thank God about my labor pains. Normally I get a type of labor called precipitate labor. I don't usually labor for long. I just labor for a very short time and have the baby, which I really want to thank God for, because I've seen people labor for 2 days, even a day, even like, I don't know, like even 3 days. I've had such kind of stories. But for me, I cannot labor for more than 2 hours. My first baby, I labored 2 hours. My second baby, I labored 30 minutes. And this other baby, I labored 1 hour, 1 hour and 45 minutes, around there. 1 hour, 45 minutes. The second baby was 2 hours. All right. So I really, really don't take too long when it comes to laboring. I just want to appreciate God. And that's when we come to the Bible verse that says, we'll give birth like Hebrew women. For me, I give birth like an Hebrew woman, where I give birth so fast before even the midwife arrives. All right. So I'm one person that fulfills, like, that you can confirm the scriptures with my with my laboring and all that. So guys, jokes aside, but it's not a joke, it's actually true. So with my third baby, I remember we were in bed, we were just about to sleep, and I was telling my husband, you know something, baby, my husband, we were just chatting. Actually, we were just catching up. So we were in bed ready to sleep, but we were just catching up with stories like normally we do. So as we were catching up, I told my husband, today I was feeling a bit of crampy. I was like having cramps, but not really cramps, but I was just feeling, someone feels once they have periods. I was feeling like that. So I told my husband, today I decided to pack, because I was like, maybe next week. Actually, next week we're going to the hospital, because my day of giving birth has already passed. We have waited. We have waited the days we're supposed to wait for. They have passed. So today I was preparing, and after packing my hospital bag, I was ready for you to take me to the hospital next week. So actually, that's what I told him. And then, as we were chatting, I told him, how comes between my legs, I'm really like between my thighs, on my thighs, I told my husband, I'm feeling a bit really wet on my thighs. I don't know what's happening. Can you just try and check me up? Because my leg was like my leg was, how will I say it for you guys to understand? Like getting locks. This is what I mean. Once you're pregnant, sometimes when you're walking, if the baby sits on one side a lot, you will feel like that leg side really gets stuck. Like you will feel like you can't even walk. There's a way your leg tends to feel, it gets stuck, like completely stuck. Someone who has been pregnant can really relate to what I'm saying. So I told my husband, I'm feeling uneasy. I feel like my legs are so wet. I don't know, it's water or something. But I really didn't think that maybe my water could have broken. So when my husband like lifted the blanket to check up, and he told me, baby, you know something? Your water is broken. Then I was like, what? And we were just talking about me going to the hospital next week. My water is broken and I'm not in pains. I said, no, maybe you just seen your stuff. So I woke up, went to the bedroom, we went to the toilet to check myself out. So I thought maybe I was, I said, let me just go to the washroom and pee, because I was like, I cannot pee on myself. And I went to the washroom, the water was coming out non-stop. So I was like, the water has broken. All right. And I've never experienced something like that, because normally the other 2 babies, I go to the hospital, I went to the hospital to get induced, so the water broke and I had to give birth. But this one, the water broke, no pain and nothing. So after going to the washroom, I told my husband, by the way, baby, you're right. My water is broken because the water is still coming out and I'm not in any pain. So we decided we go to the hospital at that moment. It was around 10. Not it was around, it was actually 10, 10-ish, 10-ish there. It was around 10-ish something there. So what I did, I took my duvet, the duvet that I was using on my bed, because now you see the water was breaking and I didn't want my car to get that water wetness like on the seats, because I really didn't want that. So I took the duvet of my bed, went, put it on the car seat, sat on it, went to the hospital. All right, because like I said, I didn't want that water to go to the seats. So we went to the hospital. I told them my water is broken. Actually, now when I was in the hospital, the water was just, the water comes out, even you can't even hold it. It just comes out on its own. So we went and I told the doctor could actually see what was happening. So they told me now we have to induce you so that at least we trigger the labor to come, so that we can have this bundle of joy. And I was like, okay, no problem. So this time they told me, since the water is broken, we cannot trigger your labor by putting drugs on your cervix, because already your cervix is opened and it is exposed. So we can't put the drugs down there. So the only induction that we're going to give you is the water induction, where you're going to drink, not the injection one, which you're going to drink. That was like, okay, no problem. And they told me every, I don't know if it's every, yeah, it was, I think every 4 hours they give you another glass of water. If it's not 4 hours, it's 2 hours, something like that. I can't remember. So I was given the first sip, and then I was given the second one, and then I was given, yeah. So we got to the hospital around 10 something while in the hospital, because driving to the hospital was like 45, like 30 minutes from my house, because it was in the evening, there was no traffic. So when we got to the hospital, when it was around 3 when they first gave me the first drug, or around 12, I can't remember, but they gave me 3 drugs. All right, the first one didn't work for the 2 hours or 4 hours it was supposed to work. Second one, that one. So now around 12:45, when I go to the hospital, they gave me the drugs. Sorry. Then I was just sleeping on the bed, and the doctor told me to avoid walking, because they told me they don't want me to get tired. Normally, when you're in labor, you're told to walk around so that the baby calms down. But for this time, they told me not to walk around. I just need to, save that energy for pushing once the baby is about to come. All right. So around 12:45, I started having my labor pains. Now is when the labor pain came. All right. And by 2, I had my baby in the hands. All right. So 12:45, my labor started, and normally with precipitate labor, it's not like the other type of labors. The other type of labors, the normal ones, once you are laboring, you labor, you feel the pain, and then a span of 2 minutes, the pain goes away for some people, not all, but most people. So the pain will go away for like 2 minutes and then come back again for some few seconds or a minute, and then it disappears again for 2 minutes, and then it comes again. But with precipitate labor, normally there is no resting, there is no coming, going, like there's no stopping with precipitate labor. Now that's the thing about precipitate labor, you're not going to labor for long, but it's a one labor that comes from from like going, all right, from slowly to going intense. That's what precipitate labor happen, like makes it different from other labors. It takes a short time, but there's no break like other labors. The other labors you can at least break for 2 minutes or 5 minutes, and then the pain comes again, it breaks for 2 to 5 minutes, it comes back again. But with precipitate, it goes like woof, once without stopping. So my labor came around 12:45. Actually, I gave birth on a Sunday. So my labor came at 12:45 is when I started feeling now some intense pain. I was actually sleeping on my bed because I was like trying to rest, and because the labor was not there, I decided, let me just sleep, take a nap, and sleep. So as I was sleeping, I was woken up by immense pain, all right? Immense pain, like it woke me up, and I was like, what? This pain is too much. So I woke up because of the pain, and it went non-stop. It went non-stop till 12:45, and by 12:45, from 12:45, sorry, to 2. And by 2 I had my baby, all right? By 2 I had my baby, which was so 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 exciting. And after having my baby, I was so weak. Normally for me when I give birth, I get so weak, but this time I was really, really, really weak. All right, I was so weak compared to the other babies that I've had. But okay, pregnancies are different and all that, and actually that's what happened. All right, so yeah, that's what happened about my delivery story, and I felt like sharing it with someone. Maybe someone would want to know what happened, how was it, and all that. And normally for me when it comes to labors, first one thing I forgot to mention about precipitate labor. Normally precipitate labor, the only dangerous part about it, most people tend to overbleed. It can lead to a bleeding to death actually. Most people in precipitate labor can really overbleed. So I would also tell someone, if you get precipitate labor, please never, you're supposed to tell your doctor like this. For me, like for instance, for me, when I went to the hospital, I told my doctor, my other two babies, the two babies I've had precipitate labor. So you caution them, so because they know there's a chance of maybe someone can overbleed. So normally they should have things to stop overbleeding immediately and stuff like that. They can inject you drugs that will make you not overbleed fast. That's one thing they're supposed to do, because you cannot risk with precipitate labor. You cannot start saying, "Oh, you'll inject the drugs once the baby is out." No. So with precipitate labor, they first inject you for, to stop overbleeding just in case it happens. All right. So that's one thing. That's the most dangerous thing about it, because also sometimes the other thing is that when you're giving birth, it can also come out with the uterus, because the labor is so intense. Some people, they say, from for six to they say six to they say in 6 women on precipitate labor, one tends to overbleed to death. And also the other case, 6 to 6, one of 6 women, one of in 6 precipitate labor, one tends to come out with the the uterus, because of the intense force that comes out with the given birth. The intense force, because like I told you, with precipitate labor, it doesn't like stop. Shh, it's pain, 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 pain. So with that force, it can tend to come out with, you understand? Yeah. And then this pregnancy also, it was different, because normally for me, the other two pregnancies that I've had, the other two deliveries that I've had before the third one, once my water breaks like this, I get labor, but the water doesn't break. And once the water breaks, the baby comes out immediately. All right, but for this one, the water broke before I went. When the water broke from home, so even when it broke from home, I was like, well, let's rush to the hospital. I cannot afford to risk to stay in the house and say maybe I'm waiting for pain, because the other two babies, once the water broke, the babies came out. But this one, the water broke and I didn't have any baby. And also, you see, uh you once your water breaks, you're also supposed to go to the hospital, because the water is what keeps the baby inside the tummy very well. So in case the water of, or like the water comes out which is too much, you might have inadequate water inside your womb, which could be risking your baby and stuff like that. So actually that's what happened for me. And I had my labor, I had my delivery safe. For the two babies, my 3 babies, I've had normal delivery, which I really thank God for. There are people who choose to have CS, or there are people who choose to have CS. I don't have a problem with them. And there are people who want to have their babies normally, but they have no option but going for a CS. And normally for me, I say I cannot judge someone for what they want, because I've had friends who tell me Brenda, the pain that I felt when I was having my first baby, when I was doing my normal delivery, I was almost dying. So for me, I can never have a normal delivery. I would just opt for a CS. And for me, I don't judge them because you see, their pain was not my pain. And the way they felt, they know how they felt. So I can't judge someone for, for for opting to go for a CS. And also there are people who really want to have their babies normally, but nature makes them have their babies with a CS because maybe if the baby is too big, or maybe the labor has gone for maybe a couple of days and there's still no baby. You cannot risk your baby, because normally the doctors can tell you this baby is getting tired in the tummy, and if the babies get tired in the womb, they'll definitely pass. All right, so there's no way you will let your baby pass because you just want to prove someone that you can have a baby normally. All right, so for me, I don't judge women who have uh their babies with a CS or a normal delivery. It's just like I said, it's nature can force them to have their babies via CS or normal, or others, like I said, they choose to go for a CS, because also some have never given birth, but because they know giving birth is painful, they're like, I can't stand the pain, I'll just opt to go for a CS. And I don't judge them, it's up to them. And by the way, let me tell you, someone that gives birth with a CS is actually the person that goes through most pain compared to the person who gives birth normally. Because giving birth normally, the pain ends just there. You see, normally the pain of like labor pain is that pain of bringing the baby. But the moment the baby is out from your body, like the moment the baby is out of you, the pain is over immediately. All right, but you see, for someone who is going for a CS, that person actually suffers more, because you see, they have to take care of their womb, their wound. They can't also do some stuff, they can't do some stuff on their own. They really like suffer a lot. So for me, I wouldn't say a woman that gives birth normally is the one who is a hero. Not really. Both of them are heroes, and even the one that tends to go for a CS tends to feel more pain compared to the one that will give birth normally. Okay, that's my thinking. But everyone has their way of thinking, so that's just my thinking. And my thinking is not a must to be like yours. So yeah, I don't judge people for that. So anyway, like I was saying, now I had my baby and everything was okay. I just want to thank God, because it's not easy. It's not easy. Like I said, having a baby just come out of you normally, safe and healthy, is one thing to be gratitude. Like, it's one thing to be thankful for, because it's not something which is easy. People are trying out there to get pregnant. They have really tried, and they are not getting babies, and it's not because you're special. It's just God's grace. It's only God's grace. But anyway, guys, so I needed to tell you my delivery story, what happened, and yeah, that's it, and that's what happened, guys. So I hope you guys are I hope you guys are now are someone is making me laugh, sorry for that. So I hope you guys are able to understand what I talked about. But when it comes to the drugs part, when I was telling you about my 2 pregnancies, I can't remember that very well. So in case there was a mistake, don't bash me out. So guys, prepare to see my lifestyle vlogs dropping every Sunday, and every Thursday I'll be dropping my lifestyle videos every Sunday, and then Thursdays I'll be dropping videos about my business. So anyway, guys, without further ado, let me just say thank you so much. See you on the next vlog, and remember to subscribe on the red button. Bye bye.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized